my channel. It's your girl Sean. I'm back for another video. In this video today I'm going to be sharing a letter that was sent to me from one of you. But before I get into all of that, I want to remind you guys that I'm an author. I've actually written 3 books and they're all Amazon.com bestsellers. The first one's called The Dating Game, How to Find Yourself While Looking for Mr. Right. My second book, Breaking the Man Code, The Key to Unlocking His Heart. And my third book, Getting Unstuck, How to Create the Life You've Always Wanted to Live. All 3 of my books are available on Amazon, Kindle, and BarnesandNoble.com. I'll be sure to link all 3 of them below. And also, if you want to work with me, a certified life and dating coach one-on-one, be sure to send me an email at itscoachshawn@gmail.com. That's itscoachshawn, SHAWN, @gmail.com. Alright, now without any further ado, let's get started with today's letter. Let's go get him. I'm a huge fan of yours and I've been watching your videos for a very long time. They have brought me a lot of insight to my life, so I thank you for all that you do. May the Lord continue to establish you in His will, and may all your heart's desires come to pass. Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you. I'm currently facing a dilemma in my relationship and I'd like your advice. I've been dating the man of my dreams for about a year. We met in college and he's everything I prayed for. He's driven, creative, God-fearing, respectful, the list goes on. Because of him, I became a much more serious Christian, and though it's quite tough, we are both on our walk to be celibate until marriage. Before I met my beloved, I'm ashamed to say I was pretty promiscuous. I guess I suffered from low confidence / self-esteem, which I learned from going through therapy that stems from my abusive past. I had a few boyfriends here and there, and that was always a sexual relationship or friends with benefits. Knowing what I know now, I'm not proud of it. One of my friends, who is a guy that I have been sexual with in the past and no longer sexual with now, all that happened way before I met my current beloved, is still one of my very good friends, and I can tell my beloved has a huge problem with it. I would like to let you know that I don't communicate with this person on a daily basis. At most, I speak to him about once a month, and it's usually how you doing, what's going on, what's new in life kind of conversations. We have had arguments where my beloved had stated that he is finding it hard to trust me, or he's losing respect for me because he's finding out that I'm talking to my guy friend. I have to admit, he has stated that he does not like sneakiness, but I was always afraid to tell him I had spoken to my guy friend because I was scared of how he would react. Because when my guy friend would call me when my beloved was around, we would not even talk, or we wouldn't even talk that long. My beloved's mood would always completely change, which made me not want to tell him when I had spoken to him. For example, I recently became a United States citizen. The day before my interview, I called my beloved and he just sounded like he wasn't happy for me. He told me that he was very tired, so I told him to go ahead and get some rest. After speaking to him, I called my friend who I hadn't spoken to in weeks to tell him about the good news. We caught up for about an hour. A few days later, my beloved and I were cooking together. He took my phone and went through the call log and noticed that I had called him right after I had spoken to him. He was really upset. He felt like as if I was trying to replace him, which is not true. He thought he wasn't enough, which is far from the truth. After this incident, I got a new job, and again I called my guy friend to share the good news because what had happened before, and right after I got off the phone with my friend, I texted my beloved and I told him that I had just spoken to my friend. I told him because I didn't want him to think I was sneaking around. He wasn't okay with the fact that I had called him, but he did appreciate the fact that I had told him about it. In the meantime, my beloved has female friends that he speaks to on a weekly basis. We have talked about it and he says it's different because he doesn't have a sexual past with them. I don't have an issue with him talking to them because I am confident that they're just friends. I want my beloved to understand that I have absolutely no interest in being with my friend. I want him to understand that he's just a good friend. I want him to understand that I would never jeopardize our relationship with him on purpose for anything. I understand that I've had a sexual relationship with my friend before, and there was time that I had a crush on him, but that is dead and gone, and there's absolutely nothing going on than just an occasional checkup to see how he's doing, which is not even that often. I don't want to end my relationship. I'm gonna have to summarize it from here. But anyway, she doesn't know what she should do because her beloved, as she keeps calling him, is having a problem with her and her friend, who she just admitted had a crush on in the past and a sexual relationship in the past. She wants to know, what should she do? So if you've been watching these videos from me, you know that I'm very honest and I'm very blunt. And that's exactly what I'm about to be right here. If I'm having a hard time believing that you and your friend, that you don't have more serious feelings for your friend, I can definitely understand why your beloved is having issues with believing it too. You guys have a sexual past. You guys are best friends. When you have some good news, whether it's citizenship or a new job, you can say that you call your fiance first or your beloved first, but he's the first person that you want to tell. Regardless of how long it's been since you guys have talked, he's the first person you think about when something good happens. That's typically somebody that you love. You guys have a very, very interesting and long history. Your beloved has every single right to question that. You went on to say in this letter that you have no doubt, you're completely confident that he does not want his female friends in a sexual way. So the only reason why you would say anything about why is it okay for him to have a relationship with females and I can't, he didn't sleep with them. He hasn't had a crush on them. They're not the first person he's probably calling when something good happens to them. It's because they're actually just friends. But you know that it's more than that. It's not about the fact that he's a male friend. It's about the fact that he's a male friend who you've had a crush on, who you've had sex with, and also who is the first person that you want to call. Like he said, he feels like you're trying to replace him. How confident would you feel if your beloved, if one of the girls that he was talking to was somebody that he used to have sex with and used to have a crush on, and she's the person that he wants to call whenever something good happens in his life? You would feel some kind of way. You already said that you're confident that he doesn't want any of them in a sexual way. You're not worried about him trying to make a move on any of them. It's not about the fact that they're female friends and he's a male and you have a male friend. It's not about that. It's about the history that you guys have had. And you already said your life has changed a lot. You used to be very promiscuous and he used to be friends with benefits and he actually turned into a friend. You already know that you're sexually compatible, that you guys must have at least something more to it if you guys were friends this long. I feel like he has every right to question you. And the only reason why you're making a big deal about the fact that he has female friends is you're like, how is that fair? Well, he didn't sleep with them. If he did, you would have an argument. He's allowed to have female friends and you're probably allowed to have male friends, but not male friends that you have this kind of history with. I feel like you're choosing to act like, I don't know what the big deal is. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You want to keep that door open. So if anything falls apart between you and your beloved, I think he's the first person that you're going to go to. The only reason why you're not trying that relationship is because you're with this guy. So when this guy starts giving you problems, it's different when somebody feels like their replacement is right there. He feels like as soon as I make you mad, as soon as things fall apart with us, as soon as we start having problems, that's where you're going to go. The other guy has a name and a face in his mind. It's not even about him being insecure. It's about you showing your beloved some respect. You wouldn't want him having an X in your face all the time. Why do you think it's fair that you do it? Men know how other men think. And I think that he could be thinking that your friend is in the friend zone, waiting for his opportunity, waiting for him to mess up, waiting for a chance to get with you, to try all over again. Now that you both have changed so much. You said you used to be promiscuous in the past, especially with the fact that you're being secretive. Whatever reason that you said, I didn't want to tell him that I was talking to him because I didn't want him to get mad. It still looks bad. The Bible talks about even the appearance of the thing. You don't want it to look bad. The fact that you're sneaking and talking to him and going on the phone and talking to him for an hour. You made it look bad. You made yourself look suspicious. And he doesn't know that, man, so why would he trust him? You act like dudes don't do grimy things out here every day, B. I feel like you're choosing to act naive because you want to keep your friend. I don't think that you should wait until your man gives you an ultimatum about your friend. I think that out of respect for the relationship, I think that you should tell him, you know what, I'm going to have to take a step back. And if he's truly a friend, he'll be okay with that. Say it's causing strain between me and my man because me and you have had this past. This man could be methodical. You think he's a friend? He could be waiting on this guy to mess up so he can slide right in.
Soon as he buy that wine, I just creep up from behind and ask you what your interests are.
Just because you don't want your friend doesn't mean your friend doesn't want you. And he has every right to be like, well, if it's nothing, then let it go. There's nothing wrong with having friends that are of the opposite sex. But when you admit that you have a crush on them and that you used to sleep with them and they're the first person that you want to call when you have some good news and all of these different things, you have all this history and all this time that you guys have spent together. Clearly you click on a friendship level. Clearly you click on a sexual level. You click on every level. The only thing standing in between the two of you actually trying to see if this thing would work is him. He feels like he's on thin ice with his own girl. And then you've lied in the past about talking to him. You've given him all the ammunition that he needs to doubt you. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Be sure to thumbs up if you did. If you want to hear more of my thoughts on life and love, consider purchasing one of my books. I've written 3. The first one's called The Dating Game, How to Find Yourself While Looking for Mr. Right. My second book, Breaking the Man Code, The Key to Unlocking His Heart. And my third book, Getting Unstuck, How to Create the Life You've Always Wanted to Live. All 3 of my books will be linked below so you guys can check them out. They're all available on Amazon, Kindle, and BarnesandNoble.com. And if you want the opportunity to work with me one-on-one one-on-one as your personal life and dating coach, send me an email at itscoachshawn@gmail.com. That's itscoachshawn, SHAWN, @gmail.com. I love you guys, and I will see you every single Wednesday for a brand new video. Thumbs up if you guys enjoy these kind of videos from your girl. I'll see you in the next one. Till next time, later divas and dudes. Deuces, honey.